Guys, I'm bringing Ryan Blair on. He and I connected like a month ago, had a great Zoom conversation. Ryan's a humble guy. Ryan, just lay it all out there, whatever you like.
For me in my journey, it's been you break open your awareness of what's possible in different stages. What if anything was possible? If you remove all of those preconceived notions, the world becomes a really interesting place, right? Because now you're not bound by all of the different things that are being put on you. You are the one that is dictating what your reality is going to be. We run a meeting every morning at every single one of our units, every single one of our locations. And it's 15 minutes of saying, how can we do the impossible today? Every step of the way, it's always about blowing open your perceived idea of what's realistic. And it takes guts to say, I'm not going to lose to that. You've got to be willing to be vulnerable. And that was the moment for me. And again, it was like, okay, I'm $1.3 million in debt. How do I get out of this? Right? The number one destroyer of big goals isn't something happening. It's just achieving lesser goals, right? We're at about a 50 million run rate right now. We're on pace to get to 100 in the next 18 months. We're moving quickly. The way I was taught is that all business is like a staircase. Okay. If you're not making money right now and you think what you're going to do is go borrow 200 grand and that's going to solve your problem, I got news for you. That's not going to solve your problem. It's just going to put you 200 grand in debt because likely you haven't developed the discipline necessary to make money where you're at right now. So like, even if I'm running 300 hours a month in the shop, or I'm the shop foreman and I'm making sure all the cars are fixed right, or I'm on the front counter, I'm selling 200K a month. That's it though. That's your ceiling. It took me about 2 years and I strategically worked a position in my facility for that 2-year period of time because I knew that I couldn't afford that extra overhead and I needed that extra money to get out of debt and to get to where I wanted to go. Right. But if you don't know those numbers and you don't know how that math is going to work, then you're going to get what we call being stuck on the back of the step, where you are paying the most amount of overhead for the least amount of revenue. And you're likely breaking even or not making money. Sometimes you have to downsize to go forward. So here's the thing about margin. Forget about margin for a second, because I don't know the last time anybody here deposited a margin into a bank account, and just try to think about gross profit dollars, right? I have $5 million of cars in this 45,000 square foot facility. And this is just one of my units. And we are working on 250 cars right now. And almost every single one of them came in here because I send out mailers that have discount coupon oil changes on them. A lot of people think I want to grow to 300K or 400K or 5 million or whatever, if talking about a monthly or annual, right? And then I say, okay, then what's your capacity? If you had unlimited bids sold tomorrow, what would stop you from doing that? You've got to increase your capacity. So get another tech, get another installer, get another whatever. It's cost of goods sold, right? It's not overhead. And then you have the capacity to be easy to do business with. And when you're easy to do business with, you'll get more gross profit dollars, right? And then you're going to outrun your overhead, especially when you're new to deals. You get too excited about deals. And I did that. I made that mistake. I did 6 deals in 23 and really botched the integrations and almost went out of business again. There's this thing that happens when you start becoming more aware. You start realizing I can't be around this kind of negativity. I can't be around these kind of lack of belief systems. I can have compassion for it. I can understand where it's coming from, but I don't have to be a part of that. If you just take a step back and you think about, is there anything that could be considered resistance between the customer's wallet and your business? And I mean anything at all, right? An extra step, an extra click, an extra phone call, anything at all between them and what they want, it needs to be ruthlessly eliminated. Everyone's allowed to have opinions, right? But when mine were earned with millions of dollars of losses, I don't know, they weigh more than yours, right? If you lost millions of dollars trying to integrate failed businesses because you were trying to be nice and keep on people for some sort of legacy reason, I don't know. It's not worth it. Not only does it make you miserable, it makes everyone else in the business miserable, and you lose a bunch of money. I can endure a significant amount of pain as well, like more than what's probably reasonable for most people. But that's something that you have to understand. Like, how much are you willing to endure? It can be an advantage because I could put that up against anybody, because negotiating with me is like a nightmare. Because I'm like, I'm willing to live under a bridge. What are you willing to do?